the royal family of Saudi Arabia, the royal family of Dubai, the royal family of Kuwait, the royal family of Qatar, the royal family of Jordan, and the royal family of Morocco. These are some of the richest families in the world. But which one is the richest? Well, today we're going to find out who the richest Arab king is, how much they're worth, and how they got so rich. Welcome to the channel. Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud is ranked by Forbes as the 46th richest person in the world, with an estimated net worth of over $32 billion. He's also the nephew of King Salman of Saudi Arabia and the cousin of Mohammed bin Salman. Al-Walid has often been described as the most flamboyant Saudi Arabian. A lot of people know him for his expensive taste in cars, particularly his love for Mercedes cars. In fact, he owns the largest private collection of Maybach cars. He also owns several Bugattis, including the only six-wheeled car ever made. His garage also includes a couple of Rolls-Royces and a Ferrari 250 GT California SWB, which he bought for $9.8 million in 2014. This made it the most expensive car ever sold at the time. He also loves to spoil his family with expensive gifts like $50 million mansions. For example, he once gifted his son a $200 million skyscraper in New York City. And this isn't even the richest Arab king on our list. Next up is the ruler of Dubai, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who has an estimated net worth of around $4.5 billion. He's also the Vice President and Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and has held these positions since 2004. Before becoming the ruler of Dubai, he was the Crown Prince of Dubai from 2003 to 2006, and before that, he was the chairman of Dubai's Department of Finance and Economic Planning from 1995 to 2003. He's been a member of the Supreme Council of the UAE since 1971, when the country was formed. And he's also been the Commander-in-Chief of the UAE Armed Forces since 2004. The exact source of his wealth isn't known, but it's believed that it comes from oil revenues from the Dubai Petroleum Company. He's known for living a very lavish lifestyle. For example, he lives in the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, which he also owns. And he's also built the world's largest choreographed fountain, the Dubai Fountain, which is located at the base of the Burj Khalifa. He also owns a Gulfstream G650 jet, which costs around $66.5 million. Next up is another royal from Saudi Arabia, Prince King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, who has an estimated net worth of $1 billion. He is the son of the late King Faisal bin Abdul Aziz and the half-brother of King Salman. He was born in 1937 and died in 2021, so he lived a full life. During his life, he held many important positions in Saudi Arabia. For example, he was the governor of Riyadh from 1973 to 1987, and he was also the chairman of the Saudi Commission for Tourism and Antiquities. So he played an important role in developing tourism in Saudi Arabia. The prince was also a major player in the horse racing industry in Saudi Arabia and internationally. In fact, he owned the famous racehorse Intidaba, who won the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe in France in 2000. He also had a passion for art and collecting antiques. In fact, he had one of the largest private collections of antique cars in the world. It included a 1934 Bignan boat, tail speedster, that he paid $10 million for in 2016. It was the first time ever that a classic car had sold for more than 2-digit millions. He also loved to spoil his family with expensive gifts like luxury apartments in London. For example, he gave his son a $50 million penthouse apartment in the city. Next up is the ruler of Abu Dhabi, Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who has an estimated net worth of $15 billion. He's also the president of the United Arab Emirates and has held these positions since 2004. Like Mohammed bin Rashid, not much is known about his wealth, but it's safe to say that it's mainly from oil revenues. Unlike Mohammed bin Rashid, Khalifa is quite a private person and rarely appears in public. He also doesn't use social media, unlike many other rich people. He also has a passion for falconry. In fact, he once released 100 rare falcons into the Abu Dhabi desert to help preserve their natural habitat. He also has a soft spot for luxury yachts. He used to own the world's largest yacht, the Street of Monaco, but sold it in 2011. The new owner, Joseph Lau, paid a whopping $350 million for it. He now owns the second largest yacht in the world, the Dilbar, which is worth around $500 million. The yacht is 512 feet long and has 2 helicopter pads, a mini submarine, a swimming pool, and a beauty salon. Next up is another royal from Saudi Arabia, Prince Sultan bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who has an estimated net worth of $1.5 billion. He is the son of the late King Salman and the half-brother of both King Salman and Mohammed bin Salman. He was born in 1965 and is the first Saudi prince to have gone to university. He graduated from the University of Denver in Colorado with a degree in political science. After graduating, he worked in the private sector in Saudi Arabia before joining the royal court in 2009. There, he served in various positions until 2018, when he was appointed governor of the kingdom's General Entertainment Authority. In this position, he was responsible for developing entertainment in the country. For example, he helped organize the first WWE event in Saudi Arabia. He also opened the first cinema in the country in 35 years, and he also launched a number of cultural events and festivals. Apart from being a royal, he's also an entrepreneur and investor. He owns a number of companies in Saudi Arabia and the UAE. He also has investments in a number of international companies, including Apple, Google, and Amazon. He also has a passion for sports. He owns a number of sports teams in Saudi Arabia, including Al Hilal, Saudi Arabia's most successful football team. He also has a private jet and a number of luxury cars. He also loves to spoil his family with expensive gifts like wedding presents. For example, he once gave his sister a $10 million wedding gift. And the richest Arab king is the ruler of Qatar, Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, who has an estimated net worth of $2.6 billion. He's also the prime minister and used to be the defense minister of Qatar. He took the throne from his father, Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, in 2013. Since taking the throne, he's overseen a number of important projects in Qatar, including the construction of new infrastructure and the hosting of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Under his leadership, Qatar has become one of the most developed countries in the Middle East. He's also played an important role in the diplomatic scene in the Middle East. For example, he's been involved in the peace talks between Israel and Palestine. He's also been a vocal critic of the Israeli occupation of Palestinian territory. When he took the throne, he inherited a massive fortune from his father. It's estimated that his father left him with around $250 billion. Most of this wealth came from oil and gas revenues. In fact, Qatar is the world's largest exporter of liquefied natural gas. The royal family owns most of the shares in Qatar Energy, the country's national energy company. So they get a significant chunk of the profits from the company. Apart from oil and gas, the royal family also has investments in a number of other industries, including banking, finance, and real estate. They also own a number of luxury hotels and resorts, including the St. Regis Doha and the Ritz-Carlton Dubai. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.